Yes, people, big up on yourself, and thanks for tuning in to this episode of Big Woman Tings, which was recorded using Anchor by Spotify. It's the easiest way with everything you need to make and distribute a podcast all in one place. And best of all, it's absolutely free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Remember to subscribe. Big Woman Tings. That's Tings. All right, here we go. Wagwan people, this is another episode of Big Woman Tings, and this is Alison Maria. But I think I'm going to change my name to Ali Money. I've been seeing some things around. Oh, hold on, before we reach there, so for those who are joining in for the first time, welcome. Okay, this is a podcast for big woman, but not only just big woman, but people who associate with big woman, who know big woman, who are there with a big woman, and for them to understand what it is about us that makes us tick, things that worry us, concern us, things that we're trying to overcome, the things that affect our bodies, our minds at this stage of our lives. And big woman really and truly is like 40s plus, but I know we have some younger listeners as well, so welcome to the younger listeners, right? A couple of them have reached out to me as well, so thank you for tuning in, and share and tell your friends. All right, I'm coming to you live from a location in Kingston because again, I'm walking because last week we spoke about trying to be consistent in keeping the body moving, because when you reach to a certain age, your body sees up. So if you don't keep it moving, then boy, like when you reach into the 60s and the 70s, you're going to find yourself less than supple, and kind of hole up in a little spot where, yes, you probably wouldn't want to be in, especially if you're quite independent and not used to depending on anybody else. Okay, yes. So now that we've gotten the intros out of the way, I went to a seminar last week, Saturday, right, called Love Her, put on by Kiki Toms. And there were several presenters there: Natasha Wright, Shauna Mullings, Alison Watson-Jones, and several other women, big women, young women as well, with lots to say, taking up space, giving their thoughts and, their perspectives on life and how to overcome different challenges. And honestly, even though I have this podcast and I'm talking to you about things that might affect us as big women, yeah, we need to listen to other people too. Some just pass on the information or the bits that came through to me quite strongly. One of the main things, if not the main thing, was this thing called imposter syndrome. I don't know how many of you have heard about that syndrome, where basically is you have your qualifications, and when I say qualifications, I don't mean necessarily on paper. You have your talent, you have your skill, you have your innate skills, your talent, and you're placed in a position or asked to be in a position, and then you doubt yourself, you doubt your abilities, you doubt whether or not you should be in that position. And it's really something that affects a lot of us, myself included. And it was really nice to be in an environment with lots of women who were going through a similar feeling. And it's a surprisingly great number of us who have that feeling. Now, I think I've touched on this at some point in previous episodes, but why I'm bringing it up again: one, because of the seminar that I went to, and two, there are conversations that I've had in the last week or two with men and women, men too, who actually go through this stage of whether or not we are good enough to be in a position that we're in. And it's something that I wanted to address again, because it's something that keeps coming up, and sometimes you have to just keep saying it until it lick you and you say, all right, fine, but don't know, I'm going to go forth and conquer. No. I spoke to a gentleman in the last week, as I've said, right? Now, this person, this man, brilliant person. Brilliant. Very resourceful, very talented creatively, as well as intellectually. You know, him know where to find things. Yeah, great resource, great person to have conversations with, right? Now, he's hiding. Why? Because I don't necessarily feel that it's a form, maybe it is a form of imposter syndrome, but he's hiding because many setbacks have affected him. He's been in various situations, various business situations as well, and not all of them have ended successfully. So he's now hiding. Him just kind of tuck away in him little corner and just no want to deal with the noise of people. Yeah, because we all know sometimes people can be fuckery. Yes, I said the word. Yes, people can be fuckery. And what I've realized as well, because of their behavior, the brilliant minds, the brilliant people who have brilliant ideas, they don't get shown in the light of day because of the naysayers or the one person in the ears. I say, oh no, why you think you can do that? Or giving you all of the things that could go wrong, and why it not gonna work and all of these things. And he's hiding, and he has great ideas, and he is a force to be reckoned with in this world if him have all them wheels in motion and kick at it. You understand? You have women as well who I've spoken with in this week who are also hiding because them can't deal with the foolishness. Brilliant women as well, intelligent women, big women as well. It's like they've received such a fight because of their talent and their intellect, right? And their different contributions that they could make, that maybe a lesser person is intimidated by their force and their power. Now, for the big women that are listening to this, and a lot of you listeners are people who I know personally, stop it now. Stop it. Just stop. Because especially the ones who I know to be brilliant, just stand in your light, and no make nobody push you out of it. Figure up each up in a one corner, right? Don't put baby in a corner, as they said in the show name again, can't remember, with Patrick Swayze and whatever it is. But yes, but the point is, and I have been subject to that as well. Right? Now, I don't know how many of you would have seen the post that I made on Facebook or even Instagram at Big Woman Tings and on my personal page. And I listed my accolades. Now, that's something that is so out of character for me. In the moment, if I win an award, I'm going to be like, oh, boy, watch your man. Oh, my God, excitement. But I'm not the person to be in a space where I'm like, I did this and I did that and look at what I did or whatever it is. And I saw me steer naturally. You understand? Because all I want to do is do my creative work, bring forth my creative ideas with people who support those creative ideas and are as energetic and are as determined to bring forth great ideas into this world that will just leave the world look just a little tops better. People who are driven as well. And when you come across people who are not necessarily that way, it kind of sucks your energy, and then they put their negativity onto what it is that you are trying to do, and then put doubts in your mind, right? And where the thinking is in terms of getting the ideas out. I know I'm rambling a little bit. You can't hear it though, because it's like my brain just go vroom. Listen, this excuse me. You see this perimenopausal brain, it not nice, It not nice at all. It will come back. Bear with me. Hold on there. What was I saying? Oh my God. Anyway, finding your light. Don't dim your light for nobody. I think that's where I was, right? Yes. Do not dim your light for anybody, because people will cast doubts on whatever ideas that you're trying to bring forth. Don't allow them to do that. And as I said to you, yes, we come back to the point now. Right, I had put up a post to say this is what I did and this is what I didn't do. Because for a little while now, 1 and 2, occasions have happened where people have laughed at my not inability, is at the circumstances that led to my projects not going any further, right? I've been insulted to my face behind my back, but it get back to me. It always comes back to me. Always. The noise, the little who say what, where, and ray. It always comes back at some point. Even though I not ask the question, because I am not a gossiper. Anybody can tell you that, right? But it gets in, it seeps in. One person actually told me, you're not a producer. I said, okay, cool. Because I had asked the question, because I've been out of it for a little while, and a project came across my desk, shall we say, and I needed to find out what the going rate was at the time. Yeah, I've been told that. And this is having produced the first Caribbean animated Caribbean series. The first one, people had been doing, their animations, and brilliant animators, no problem. Everybody has their space and deserves their light and their shine. But I produced the first series, animated Caribbean series, and it took a lot of money, took a lot of effort, all of it. And here is this person telling me, oh, you're not a producer. I said, all right, cool. And in the moment, I brushed it off. But, like you lie down in your bed and the thought just come back in your head and it just kind of replay. And several things like that have happened to me. Oh, I've put forth my ideas to people who I've worked with. Oh, I don't want my business to go the same way like yours. Okay, cool. So that's another thing as well. And you kind of, it seeps into you. And you start to fold into yourself. Well, that's what happened to me. And based on conversations I've had with people as well, they've folded into themselves and have decided not to even bother to compete. But it's not even a compete, because I'm not a competitive person. Me just there, I enjoy myself, because that's what I was born to do. You understand? Stress and me don't work well together. You understand? Because glad postness is my default setting. Because why would you not want to be happy? Like, what the hell? When we see people are walking with them long face, I see people in like the nicest of cars, and I'm just like, so are you vexed? And saying that, I understand that people have their weight, because I remember even bucking up a woman on the weekend, and I asked her a very simple question, and she was so surly, so you know what I mean, for the simple question. And I said, okay, all right, cool. And a little bit after that, she broke completely down, so sometimes the toughest exterior is the one with the softest middle, because they've gone through whatever nonsense is going on in their life as a result of other people. And sometimes, yes, some people deserve a yes box and you have to put them in them place. But for the most part, just be kind. There's a way to deliver news or to deliver something that somebody needs to hear in a compassionate way. And that is just a side note. But yes, we fall into ourselves. We fall into ourselves, and then it's like, all right, let's just stay in our little corner, because you don't want to deal with all of that noise. But hear me now, yeah, you're not going to deal with me, Remember me tell you, yeah, have people have to deal with you, and don't fold into yourself. Don't apologize for what it is that you're doing, even though it has never been done before. Because there's another statement that we love say, especially the older heads, oh, but we've always done it this way. People that I've spoken to in the last week as well have spoken of, persons going into positions, gung-ho to make change. And that's sometimes why change is slow or not at all, because there are people who are threatened by your brilliance, by your light. Yeah? Oh, you're not coming from a job, are you? How can those words actually leave the lips of somebody? I don't understand what environment people who say this kind of thing were brought up in. We're often in survival mode, and when you're surviving, it brings out the nasty side. And survival don't necessarily mean financial. You're surviving in a company because you have your position and you don't want a young person come take it from you, or you're surviving on the road. You see it on the road, you don't want nobody lick up in your car. So it's like, you cuss them off, or you don't have any control in your life. So you have to be unkind and mean to people in another setting because it gives you some amount of power, But stop hiding, because the world needs people like you. People, intelligent people with, a mind that's will just spark change, the little ripple in the water, and it go all the way out, because you never know, and then doing the thing that lights you up, makes you happy, that will bring more joy into the world. That it is in itself will bring more joy into the world, because you will be happy, and then that is all you're going to spark happiness. Every person you touch is like, you light one candle and you use a candle to light the next one and the next one and the next one, So that is what I'm leaving with you today, and hopefully it sparks something in you. You have everything you need within you to do what it is that you must do. Yeah? Me know what I said a while ago, but I can't remember. So I won't even attempt to repeat it, okay? Because sometimes, as I was saying to somebody else, sometimes when I speak, because like this especially, and it's not scripted, because sometimes when I do the podcast, I do have my notes and I script things, and it's all orderly, and then the next time a feeling just reach me and I sit down on a patchy grass, I lean up against a pole, which is what I'm doing here now. I'll take a photo and post it on social, so you see exactly where I'm sitting, right? But it's inspired. It's like it's coming through me, because honestly, me just try live my life as well, and sometimes we do get distracted with the other things that must get done, or you have to do your job, you have to get your bills paid, and you have to do this, but at the same time do the things that spark joy in you. And Marie Kondo, that I don't know which nationality she is. I don't know if she's Korean, but yes, she has a show on Netflix, or had a show on Netflix, where she cleaned out people's homes, and got rid of things that didn't spark joy. So if you have the old frock in there for a night, no longer can't fit you, and you used to be a size 8 and now you're a size 16, fling with the size 8 frock, and you now go back in there. I love up your size 16 self. You understand? Your fluffy self, your big woman self, and love up that self, love up that body, because you're taking up more space. To hell, fling with the frock. You understand? You're not going back in there. Take a picture if you must, but give it to somebody else who actually wears size 8, and let go some of the baggage and the garbage, and just Oh, I remember telling you something as well. And this is a thing, because I do indulge my children maybe a little more than I should, but alas, that is a different story. Now this morning I carried my son to football, right? He doesn't like when people watch him. He doesn't like when I watch him. Me I say, brother, I'm not watching you. I'm going to walk. I'm going to do my exercise. I'm going to walk. Oh, it makes him uncomfortable. Now listen, maybe last week, would I indulge him and say, all right, me go. Me drop you off and find somewhere else to walk. This morning, me say, no, not today. You have to go feel uncomfortable, because me I walk where you do football. So deal with it. You understand? He's like, okay, boy. We say, all right, cool. So sometimes you have to put on your foot. Some there, and I use that example. It doesn't happen often, right? But I have to use that example where, sometimes you want to be nice. And is another friend of mine, Saya. I'm hoping to get her on the show as well sometime in the future, because she's another resource that, oh gosh, yeah, we couldn't live life without her. Remember me tell you. But yes, she had said something to me that really is something that I try to live by. That I do live by. Yeah, I do live by it. Stop being nice and be true. Yeah, it's not about a nice thing. Be true. People will adapt. People will learn to deal with you as you are. Okay? So, big humans, big up on yourself. And take a minute. There's a shift in the atmosphere as well. I don't know what going Emancipation Day, some, what them say, Lions Portal or whatever. As I say, I don't know the fullness of these things. But, the more you read, the more you learn. And, yeah, you know that everything affects everything else. Right? But just listen to what I say. And take up your space in the world, okay? The world needs you, big man, because we have some experience under our belt, We've been alive for a little while. We say all manner of nonsense where people can do, where people can say how people twist and turn and try appear a particular way. And if you're that way inclined, well, big up yourself, but keep it moving. That is not the energy that we want right here, so, right? But the ones who really are true and, full-hearted and want to make a contribution in this world, stop hiding. Yeah, big stop hide, because we have things to do, we have work to do. Okay, so till next time, big up on yourself, big man. Love you. Bye.